The wharf is as busy as ever. I hear the anglers here sometimes sell their fish to the nearby fishmongers. Let's see what Uncle Soon has to say.
Welcome. What would you like to buy today?
Sorry to interrupt. We're actually members of the, Liyue Anglers Association, and we just wanted to ask a few questions about someone. We've heard about this young man called Zhi, who's supposed to be a fantastic fisherman. Just wondering if you happen to have heard of him?
Whoa! Yeon made up a whole fake identity without batting an eyelid!
Ah, yes, Zhi. He's been making quite a name for himself recently. I've got some friends who travel all over the place, and they tell me everywhere they go they meet someone who's heard of him. Apparently, he had a rather tough time growing up. Had to work several jobs alongside his studies to make ends meet. How does that saying go? What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Well, if there's anything to that logic, he's sure to be phenomenally successful one day.
Yeah, we think so too!
But I'm afraid your Anglers Association might be in for a disappointment.
Oh? Why's that?
He's good at a lot of things, but fishing isn't one of them. He fishes at the wharf and sells what he catches to me on occasion. His catches are always mediocre. Not terrible, but equally nothing to write home about. If you're looking to recruit some new members, though, I do know a few top anglers I could put you in touch with.
That sounds fantastic. I've got a couple of other things to attend to right now, though, so why don't I come back some other time and we can chat over a drink?
Sure thing. See you.
Everywhere they go, they meet someone who's heard of him. Come on, let's keep asking around.
Here to buy some fish? It's 300 for one or 3 for 1,000. You better hurry. When they're gone, they're gone.
Hello, we're from the Society for Fish Price Research. We'd just like to ask a few questions.
Wow! She switched identity again!
Society for Fish Price Research? I haven't done anything illegal. Stay out of my business.
Please, don't worry. We're just here to conduct a simple survey. We've heard about a certain Zhi who's been selling fresh fish at low prices in this area recently. Do you know anything about this?
So this isn't about me. You should have said something, you know. I know the guy. I can tell you what I know. I haven't heard anything about him selling fresh fish at low prices, but it wouldn't surprise me if it was him.
Oh? Why is that?
Because he's so poor. His parents died when he was very young, and his alcoholic father still owed a huge amount of debt. No one wanted anything to do with him. He was still a kid when he first came to the wharf. His clothes were ragged, and he managed to survive. He can afford to eat and everything, but it's not like he catches much anyway, so it's not going to affect my business. Don't tell him I said that.
You'd rather he didn't know?
Well, I spoke to him once, briefly, and I just had a feeling that he really cares what other people think of him. I think he has pretty low self-esteem, but hey, it's hardly my place to say anything. What he's achieved already puts most people to shame. And nobody's perfect. I just wouldn't want to upset him, that's all.
I see. Well,
Not a problem. And just for the record, there's absolutely nothing wrong with the price of...
The more times you say it, the less convincing it becomes.
Doesn't have a lot of mora to his name.
it's you guys! Wait, what's the phrase? Oh yeah, honored to meet you. What brings you to me?
The truth is, we are but newcomers to this territory. We heard tell of a great martial artist, Master Dugu, who knows everything there is to know. Hence, we sought you out to ask for your guidance.
Really? People said I know everything there is to know?
But of course, we also heard that Master Dugu is a kind and virtuous swordsman who never turns away anyone who comes with questions.
Great! So what do you wish to know? Nothing happens...
Now she's lying to a kid.
So, Master Dugu, have you heard of one by the name of
Sure have. You mean that guy that all the grown-ups are talking about these days? I've heard many tales of Juri. Probably because it's nothing that important. I prefer stories about
Oh, I can completely understand that. Then let me ask you this. Do you remember, roughly...
Oh yeah, I know that. It was about 2 or 3... Before that, people always used to talk about Juri in a kind of nasty tone of voice. But 2 or 3 months ago, suddenly everyone started to like him. Sometimes he gives me candies, so I'm glad that people are starting to like him now.
Just as I thought.
Huh? What do you mean?
I mean, just as I thought, Master Dugu is indeed as kind and virtuous as the legends claim.
I'm not that great. Oh yeah, one other thing. These days, there's a lot of people I've never seen before talking about Juri stories in the street. They seem like nice people.
Oh, definitely.
Great! So next time I see them, I'll say hi. And I guess I can share some of my candies with them too.
Certainly. You can also tell my friend in Yenshang Tea House about what they're up to. I'm sure my friend would also like to say hi.
Thank you, ma'am!
You're welcome. Well then, fare th-
Until we meet again.
Any of that sound strange to you?
Strange? What was strange about it? Juri seems to have a great reputation. Uncle Soon and Uncle Gao spoke highly of him, and Dugu Shuo seems to like him too.
True. But the issue is, where did his sudden celebrity come from? It almost seems too good to be true.
Sudden? Too good to be true? What do you mean?
So he returns cruelty with kindness, and had to work to support his studies. These are the kinds of things that make someone well known in their hometown. But Uncle Soon said even his friends who travel far and wide. Do you remember what Dugu Shuo said about Juri's stories? Clearly they left him with a good impression of the guy. But beyond plus, there's the fact that all this praise of Juri has only his childhood, his studies, the thing with his neighbor.
When you put it like that...
Of course, if that's all there was to it, I wouldn't look at... Juri was born into a poor family. Paying people to get his stories out there is within the rules of the game as far as I'm concerned. The problem is, do you remember what Uncle Gao said about him? He's stayed poor his whole life. Everything he's earned he's either spent on studying, traveling, or paying off debts. I don't think he has the mora to pay for a publicity campaign. Right, and that changes everything. It can mean a powerful faction is trying to gain influence over the UID Xixing. That's the worst case scenario. But all too often, the most pessimistic speculation turns out to be closest to the truth.
Someone's trying to gain influence over the Qixing? That sounds serious. What should we do? Even if we asked Juri about it, surely there's no way he'd admit it.
First, we need to find out who's supporting him. Remember the current affairs and planning stage of the assessment? Since the successful candidate is duty-bound to implement, whoever is secretly helping Juri must be seeking to benefit from his actions after his appointment. So, come on, let's get back. Zhiyi's manifesto covers a huge range of topics. Looking for details that don't add up will be like trying to find a needle in a haystack. I'll divide the reports into 2 piles. You take one, I'll take the other. When we're finished, we'll put our heads together. Officially, the assessment is already over, and I'll be expected to announce the results before long. So we have to get to the bottom of this as quickly as we can.
Yikes! We better hurry!
Whatever else Uncle Tian might think of Zhiyi, the fact remains that he's one of his favorite students. Any evidence he's left is not going to be immediately obvious. We'll have to look carefully and think critically.
Even though Yelan took half, this is still a lot to get through. Well... Oh, this reading is giving Paimon a headache. Let's take a break.
Looks like I'm the first one back, as usual.
Oh, hey! It's one of Yelan's little helpers, Xianghua! If you're back, that means you finished investigating Tianwei, right?
You betcha. I visited all the commerce guilds and gathered a wealth of information. Every time they asked me to leave, but I always had another trick up my sleeve.
Don't drag this out. Just tell us your findings.
Yes, Lady Yelan. To summarize my findings, most people who've had interactions with Tianwei will start out complaining about how proud and arrogant he is, but then go on to give a generally positive appraisal of him. The young master of the Feiyun Commerce Guild said that Tianwei appears arrogant, but he's very scrupulous in the way he works. Once he signs a contract with somebody, he treats them fairly regardless of their background.
Who'd have thought?
Is it possible that his reputation is fake? Is there any way you can check the accounts of the businesses under his name?
In theory, that should be very difficult. But here's the thing. I asked around and found out that almost all of Tianwei's accounts are open to the public. Where he buys from and sells to should be confidential business information, but he doesn't seem interested in protecting it at all. Tianwei often sees business opportunities that others don't, but once he's made enough mora off of it, it's like he gets sick of it and releases all of his trades. It's like he wants people to know that they still can't beat him, even if he shares all of his secrets. The fact that someone like that can still make mora is pretty infuriating.
What a strange guy. It's like he's not doing business to make more.
To validate his theories. No wonder his manifesto contains so many insights. It's all the result of his first-hand...
I'm back! Huh? Why do you think? Obviously, because I possess superior skills, and am always one step ahead of the competition.
You... Ugh, whatever. I'm not getting into an argument with you. Lady Yelan,
Well, we're all ears.
The Ministry of Civil Affairs says that Minghua struggles to get his words out when he gets nervous. Especially when... But after a few days of getting to know him, you can pretty much have a normal conversation with him. On the whole, the feedback from the Ministry of Civil Affairs was very positive. He always considers the things that
In your opinion, was the Ministry of Civil Affairs' appraisal of Minghua at all...
I don't believe so. Minghua is someone who has slowly but surely earned the... According to Miss Yu, the Ministry often gets Minghua to take a final look at projects before they're implemented. Oh, and also, there was once someone in the Ministry who was lying and cheating to try to advance their career. Minghua gave them the scolding of a lifetime. Apparently, he can be terrifying when he loses his temper. I haven't seen it for myself, though.
Whoa. That's hard to imagine.
Like I said before, things are not always as they appear.
Ah! So that's what you meant.
Thank you both. You're free to go now. So, have you finished? I can't see any immediate problem. The only one that strikes me as a little unusual is the Chengshu Pool redevelopment plan. Chengshu Pool has always been home to many secrets. Plus, Ajdaha once wrought havoc there, so there are even more secrets buried deep underground. At some point, a rumor began to go around that there is great treasure buried beneath Chengshu Pool. A long time ago, with the approval of the Qixing, a mining...
So, did they find any treasure?
None. The technology wasn't mature enough at that. Zhiyi's manifesto focuses on solving problems, and this treasure hunt seems... Still, this one fact alone doesn't tell us much.
Excavation? Project? Treasure? Oh yeah!
Did he now? Well, that makes everything much clearer. So
Does that mean the Blackcliff Forge is...
No, not likely. They do possess some special... Still, since the clues are pointing toward the Blackcliff...
Shenwei and Mingbo both turned out to be completely different than what we thought. What about Zhiyi? Is there another side to him too?
Let's take shelter for the time being. Don't worry, one of my people will be here with umbrellas momentarily. Oh, so... You collect these? Yes. Very nice. Let's take shelter for the time being. Don't worry, one of my people will be here with umbrellas momentarily.
This is the Black Cliff Forge. Let's look around for clues.
Anything strange been going on recently?
Excuse me? What's that supposed to mean? Strange how?
Just, stuff that when it happens, you think to yourself, huh, that was weird.
Huh?
I don't think we're going to get anywhere asking questions like that. Let's just take a look around.
What's this?
From the back, it looks like a ledger. We don't know who wrote it, but it's interesting.
You think they're suspicious?
Yes. Look, it says right there, one of them's already been promoted. At this rate, by the time the Qingshu Pool redevelopment plan, that'll give them the chance to take a lot of liberties. They can copy any secret tech. Imagine if we didn't suspect anything. By the time Jur-E recommends the Blackcliff Forge for the excavation project, at most we would maybe do a fresh background check on the place. No red flags if all they did was change some key staff. And even if we decided to vet the staff individually, they'd have had more than enough time by then to come up with fake identities. That's the advantage of planning this far in advance. It was a clever move.
When you put it like that, it all makes sense. If we hadn't found this out, someone else would have stolen the treasure. So, who's really behind all this?
That's a question for the newcomers. But let's start with that worker over there for now.
Excuse us. We want to ask you about the newcomers.
You want I gotta say, these newcomers are in tip-top shape. Fast learners, too. My only complaint is that they're always going out drinking at night. But I guess they just need some time to adjust.
They go out drinking. This area isn't exactly renowned for the nightlife. I'm guessing it's a long trip to...
You got that right. They tell me they go all the way back to Liyue Harbor to drink at Wanmin Restaurant. It rained after work today, so they actually stuck around at the site for a while. But as soon as the rain stopped, they went out drinking again right away. Hey, you're only young once, right? I say, if they can hack it, let them at it.
Interesting. Let's go talk somewhere else. Looks like our hunch was on the Mora. These newcomers are very suspicious. Drinking in Liyue Harbor, huh? Some cover story. I'll wager they've been going to intelligence updates. Good thing it rained today. It means they'll leave footprints. I doubt they'd give themselves away that easily, but let's follow them and try our luck.
Benny's adventure team, assemble! Or not.
I'm sure I've forgotten something. Not to worry, I'll simply send someone to fetch it. As soon as I remember what it was. Ah.
They went that way! Hurry, we gotta catch up!
Everything's in place and they've taken the bait. Yes. Now to start reeling them in.
These footprints are heading towards Liyue Harbor. Maybe we were wrong about them.
I have to stifle a smile every time I remember the look on my retainers' faces.
Just as I thought. They didn't go to Liyue Harbor. They went that way.
Opposition. Yes, this was a fine idea.
The footprints stop here. But, judging from the direction, I'm guessing their destination was that abandoned house. Looks like we were too late. This has gotta be where the newcomers rendezvous with whoever they're working for. But all the evidence has been destroyed. Look at these ashes. Someone was burning documents not long before we arrived.
Could there be anything left? Maybe the wind could have blown the fire out before everything was finished burning.
The odds of that are very slim. It's practically impossible. I've checked. All the paper's been burned.
Why don't we wait for them back at the Black Cliff Forge?
We can't count on that. Clearly they were based here at one point, but it's astute to me. That says that whoever's behind this has moved.
Darn!
Make no mistake, the purpose of our trip wasn't to find any solid evidence. I smelled something peculiar. Those newcomers probably thought they'd be safe as long as they burned the letters. But what they failed to consider is that paper and ink from different regions produce different odors when...
Really? Paimon can't...
There is a certain place with a freezing cold climate. Some wealthy people there put floral fragrance in their ink when that fragrant ink is burned. This is the exact odor. Exactly. But it's all I need.
Lady Yelan! Oh, thank goodness I finally found you. I thought I'd never see you again.
Don't be alarmed. This is Upei. He's Wenyuan and Shanghua's colleague. I sent him to look into Zhi-Yi's regular contacts. Since Zhi-Yi likes fishing, Upei thought he might... I left him a note at Yanshang Tea House telling him... So, what did you find out at sea?
Forgive my incompetence. I'm afraid I've come up empty. I asked all the fishermen multiple times, but none of them had any interactions with Zhi-Yi before. Then the waves got so choppy I ended up falling overboard. Fortunately, when I got back, I heard that you'd gone to Black Cliff Forge and might need backup.
Well, Uncle Tian said that Zhi-Yi once bought a...
What? No, that's not possible. It's absolutely not possible. Lady Yelan, I'm telling you, I spoke to every single fisherman out there, and none of them mentioned any...
Interesting. Then I wonder how that even more wonderful fish soup came about.
Fish soup?
Nothing. Our priority right now is to... Well, any suggestions? Not a bad idea. Upei, what do you think?
Honestly, I've already tried following Zhi-Yi.
Okay, so
No, we'll still need to tail him.
groundwork?
When you've worked in intelligence for a long time, you'll understand that no one can stay on high alert forever. Tomorrow morning, I'll announce his victory at Yuehai Pavilion. Be sure to arrive on time. It looks like we're all here. Well then, time for me to announce the results of... I won't drone on about the importance of the Tianshu role. Suffice to say that Uncle Tian entrusted me with the monumentally important task of assessing...
All of us here know the score. Don't beat around the bush, just get on with it.
Qianwei has many pioneering ideas, but some of his plans are lacking in detail, and he easily gets into testy exchange. Mingguo is reliable, but not quite ambitious enough, and because of his personality, he struggles to win people over. In contrast, Zhi-Yi is evenly balanced across the board, and enjoys an excellent after much consideration.
What?
Congratulations.
Thank you. Honestly, I'm a little surprised to hear my name being in my estimation. All three of us are worthy candidates for the Tianshu position. As your competitor, I've become keenly aware of your... Would either of you entertain the possibility of working with me in the future? And taking on...
I'll have to see.
I don't mind.
Okay, well, that's all from me. Zhi-Yi, you'll have some preparation to do. It won't be long before you're informed of your official appointment. I hope you will work hard and make Uncle Tian proud.
I will live up to the Tianshu name. I should go. I need to pack my things, and then I think a celebratory meal is in order. Would anyone like...
Count me out. I'm not in the mood for a celebration.
Juri seems pretty relaxed now. This would be a good time to follow him.
Hey, traveler, tell me something. What exactly does that guy have that I don't? If you can't answer that, I'm not accepting this result.
I, also wouldn't mind knowing.
Oh no, if we get stuck here, we won't be able to leave!
Follow him.
Yes, ma'am.
We finally got—
Lady Yelan, Juri has gone towards Feiyun Slope.
Follow him. Quick.
So Juri really sided with the Fatui? But Uncle Tien thinks so highly of him. Why would he do this?
Difficult to say, but everything should become a lot clearer when we find him.
Sorry, Lady Yelan. We lost him. He's too good at this. We weren't able to keep following him without being seen.
How the heck did he manage to shake Yelan's subordinates? I guess Juri didn't let his guard down. Still as vigilant as ever.
No, Upe says he's much more relaxed than usual. Maybe it's just how he's wired. Perceptive enough to sense when he's being watched.
But how?
Don't blame yourselves. Let's not forget he was trained by Uncle Tien himself. Evading detection is not an unusual skill for him to have. If I'd asked you to tail Uncle Tien, you'd have ended up at a dead end too.
Xinyue kiosk. He only went in brief. A few moments later, I figured that if we... So I stopped Upe.
Good work. The fish didn't take the... Let's go to Xinyue.
Could you explain to me how that works? A guy like him comes in, changes his whole outfit right under your nose, and you don't even ask him about it?
Our customers are free to dress however they please. What grounds would I have?
Okay, fair enough, but didn't you think it was just a little bit
Well, maybe I did, but it still doesn't give me the right to stop.
Enough. Let's tone this down a little. I'll make this quick. Just one question. What did he buy while he was here?
Oh, he didn't buy anything. He just picked up a bottle of liquor that he ordered ages ago.
A bottle of liquor?
Yes, a very strong kind. Fiery, with a rich flavor. Not something the average customer would order. This gentleman ordered it in person from us a long time ago. He was only here today to pick it up.
Liquor?
Where to?
Shigu Antique.
Silly churl, Billy churl, silly Billy, hilly churl. Ooh.
Hey, Miss Linlong. Sorry to bother you. Zhi ordered a wanware set from you not long ago, right? We're friends of his. He's been telling us how impressed he is with the quality, considering how affordable it was. So we just had to come and take a look for ourselves.
Sure. Which model are you looking for?
We don't really know a whole lot about wineware. Let's just go with Zhi's choice.
Juri picked up his set not long ago. As a quality imitation of an antique. Just so you're aware, we don't have many of this model left in stock. And now that Mr.
Don't worry. Price shouldn't be an issue. I'm sure we can work something out. But I'm just a little hazy on one thing.
For this set, the wine glasses are sold separately. Minimum purchase is 1 glass. Max.
Okay. Thanks, Lin Long. Seem
Well, don't take too long.
This is turning into a real headache.
I'd just like to point out that we have the self-professed Grand Master of Fieldwork here to thank for being wholly incapable of tailing an ordinary civilian without being seen.
It's not like you did any better.
My specialty is information trading, okay? I don't have the physical agility.
Yelan, so is the plan? Oh, if we can't figure out where Juri went, there's not much we can do.
if so, it's no ordinary celebration.
What do you mean?
First of all, if he was just looking to celebrate by himself, he wouldn't spend his meager savings on an expensive bottle of alcohol, let alone buy a pair of special. No, this is a victory feast. Whoever this person is clearly enjoys hard liquor and has a very high status. Now, where might we find
Fatui officials. Should be...
Have both locations surrounded. Take as many people.
Lady Yelan, is it time for us to make our move?
Get with the program, would you? This is a covert surveillance operation. Juri may be vigilant, but that doesn't mean the same is true, in which case, we don't need to change tactics. Just
Great idea! So we just need to find out who Juri bought that liquor for and follow them instead!
But Lady Yelan, if we get caught, this could become a major diplomatic incident.
I'm well aware, but don't you see? Juri is gambling everything on this. If we really want to catch him, we're going to have to accept a little risk ourselves. Stick to your orders, and make sure we're covering all other bases too. Anywhere else Juri might be going. I want eyes on those locations.
Yes, ma'am.
Don't worry, Lady Yelan. Juri may be a slippery character, but we'll keep a close watch on the movements of all Fatui officials.
I'll be waiting for you at the tea house. If I'm guessing correctly, Fatui officials are likely to take action at night. You should go and get ready. Then meet me at Yen... Perfect timing. Wenyuan just sent word that the Fatui ambassador, Yusupov, just left the embassy alone. He's heading in the direction of Qingshu Pool.
Qingshu Pool? That's the place Juri mentioned in his manifesto!
It looks like that's where they've arranged to meet. Sensible choice, I'll give them that. Qingshu Pool is always crawling with monsters. Most people wouldn't dream of going there. It's one place they won't need to worry about being seen.
Oh no, we gotta go get them!
Let's go. If my hunch is correct, we just might hit the jackpot this time. This is Qingshu Pool, full of ruins, crawling with monsters. Anyone with any sense steers well clear of this place. I've looked into the place before. There's a worker's entrance somewhere around here. Follow me. Off we go!
The
wrong test subject.
Oh, so you collect these?
Boba, get them!
The hunter becomes the hunted.
There's been some work done on this place in the past, but it's a bit of a labyrinth inside. I can't guarantee we'll be safe once we're underground. The workers left an emergency access route. If we can find it, this will be a much easier journey. Still, be ready to fight at any moment. Any resistance needs to be taken out quickly and quietly. We don't want to attract too much attention.
Don't worry, we're all professionals here. By the way, Yelan, where are your 3 little helpers at?
They have other things to take care of first. We couldn't afford to wait for them, but they'll join us later.
Nice and spicy! Vibrarial?
Attack! Back! Be still!
As I expected, but this shouldn't be too much trouble.
I see that? That's gotta be the Fatui ambassador here to meet Ji. Looks like he went through that door. That must be the emergency access route, right? Come on, let's hurry. Oz, reveal thyself!
Midnight Vendetta.
Everybody stand back! You're toast!
Gotcha! Busted! Quiet now. Take it easy. Take it easy. Busted. Really? Take it easy. Quiet now. Things are about to get dicey. Gotcha. Cha. Busted. Take it easy. Take it easy. The water's flowed into the groove, and now the statues have lit up. Okay, now we should be able to move the statues. Take it easy. This is the construction workers' emergency access route, but it's closed tight. Trying to break through would be risky. Let's see if we can find another way. Take it easy.
The door's open. Let's go.
We should be nearly at the bottom now. Let's wrap this up.
Going in. Out of the frying pan into the fire.
Game's up. Time's over. Gotcha.
By royal decree, everybody stand back.
Take it easy.
I can tell from the aroma that this is very fine liquor indeed. I'm impressed. Come on, bottoms up. After you, of course.
Sorry, that went down the wrong way. I've never drunk anything this strong before.
You'll get there. If you want to stay friends with us, you have to drink with us.
I'll do my...
You're more of a lightweight than I thought. Already struggling after one glass? I thought you were made of sterner stuff. You certainly kept it together when you were poisoning your teacher's soup. Come on, another round. Less talking, more drinking.
Sure. You didn't leave me much of a choice, though, did you? Just the mention of poisoning sends shivers down my spine. I'm more timid than you realize. Every time I poisoned him, I had to hide away at home for a few days because I was so...
Look, I know it has not been easy for you, my friend. We appreciate, but I have to say, you really are quite a genius at poisoning people. I mean, the poison we brought from Snezhnaya is as strong as this wine, but you found a way to turn it into an imperceptible, slow-acting what was it you said? Oh, yeah. You said the soup's fishy flavor neutralizes the pungency of the poison, and this process even makes the soup tastier.
It struck me one day when I was fishing. I'm lucky it did.
You have performed excellently. The Fatui will aside from Qingshu Pool, we also have some other requests for you, which we will inform you of in due course.
Don't worry. Whatever tasks you have for me, I will perform them diligently.
Did you hear that? It was poison. That's why Uncle Tian hasn't been feeling well recently. It's all Juri. What a nasty guy. Seize him.
Hold on. Did you bring a camera? If not, you can use mine. This is quite a scene. We have to...
Excellent. We've, seen no progress on the diplomatic front, and everyone has been eyeing up the treasure of Qingshu Pool. But soon, everything will be taken care of, and I can report back on it. I remember when I first saw you. I knew right away that you would make a good partner for us. Hey, do you still remember what I...
How could I forget? You said a lowly commoner like me could never be seen as a serious candidate for the Tianshu. No matter... The only way is for you to shine bright in the Tianshu's darkest moment.
Yes. Under normal circumstances, the gap between you and other people could only ever grow. Just look at your two competitors. Chen Wei had wealth. Mingbo had reputation. But you? And that's why I decided to help you. You know, there's an old saying in the Fatui. Give a starving dog a bone, and it'll guard your home.
Yes. I cannot thank you.
You know, the best thing about you is that you do as you're told. Heck, when you're not in the company of the...
Uncle Gao said that Juri has low self-esteem. He was worried that whatever advantage he might have now Well, do you have any more film in the camera? Then get ready to use it. How well this goes for us.
Ooh, is there any more alcohol? Go on. Fill me up. I'm in a good mood today.
There's only a little left. Here, I'll fill your glass. If you like it.
Whoa, this is the good huh? Charlie, you poisoned my wine? But when?
You seem surprised, Mr. Yusupov. How could I not? I've sacrificed years of my life studying and reflecting to prepare. You really think I'd put myself through all that just to become your little puppet? I don't...
You imbecile.
Do you see the haystack in the corner? Underneath it is a pile of explosives. And next door in the dark room are the three... I'm gonna stay here till I see you slip into unconsciousness. Then I'm gonna set this on fire. Once the flames burn through the hay, they'll ignite the explosive.
What?
I took the liberty of leaving some evidence of your contact with the undercover agents at the Black Cliff Forge. It won't take long for people. The Fatui planted undercover but things didn't quite go to plan. Faced with the overwhelm, it explains why you acted alone. Well, exonerate. Of course, none of that will have anything to do with...
Cherry, do you really think you're after I die?
A record? Oh. Because when you contacted me, I also made contact with your associates. I have Theo. He'll help me tie up all the loose ends. He has been eyeing your position. Shh. Relax. It's over. Sweet dreams.
I did a little surveying on the way here and found that you'd left yourself 3 escape routes in case things went south. I have them all surrounded. If you're thinking of trying anything, save yourself the effort. The game's up. We were here the whole time and have pictures of everything.
The game's up? Forgive me, I'm not quite sure what you're... I happened to discover a Fatui operation here, so I approached them on the pretext of joining forces and eventually brought them down from within.
This is how you want to play it, huh? Fine. You do you. All we need to do to convict you is establish that the poison in his system is the same as in Uncle T. Nothing else you wanted to add?
One wrong move and it all comes crash. You followed him here, didn't you? I was so focused on keeping myself out of sight, I forgot he was a potential liability. Let's talk about this, Yelan. I gave you my word that I would live up to the Tianshu name, and that... When I take office, I can guarantee that I will act in your best interests. In fact, all of you here tonight can expect very generous treatment. I don't deny that I used underhanded methods to get here. But given my lowly origin...
You still don't get it, do you? Even now. What do you think? Exactly. Jur-E. Clever people can always come up with a good excuse. But while you might be able to get other people to believe you, you'll never be able to deceive yourself. There's nothing wrong with wanting to win other people's respect, but he was like a teacher and a father to you.
That's enough.
Of course. Out of everyone in the world.
That's enough!
Life is like fishing. It cannot be rushed. Whatever you do, impatience will accomplish nothing. I was just like you once, desperate to prove myself. Only later did I realize things do not always turn out the way you plan, but you have to keep calm to carry on. You're still young. Be patient, believe in yourself, and don't look outside yourself to prove your value. Where's Jury these days? It's been a long time since he last paid me a visit.
Maybe he's just busy.
Well, next time, if he doesn't bring a pot of piping hot fish soup, don't let him in.
Whatever you were thinking about, you'll have plenty of time to mull it over in prison. Oh, I almost forgot. If the Fatui find out what happened today, prison might not turn out to be the safest place for you. Trying to have friends on both sides, it has a way of turning everyone against you. But right now, I have an opportunity for you.
Huh?
Sorry, things are about to get extremely busy for me. Let's meet at Genshin Tea House tomorrow morning. I'll have someone remove the explosives. Then, there's someone I have to go and see.
Need our help with that?
No, it could be dangerous. You should leave this one to the professionals. Don't worry. As long as they're willing to cooperate, this'll be a straightforward deal. Get some rest. See you tomorrow.
Oh, it's Ruby! Roba, get them!
Let's light it up! Let's light it up! Now that's what I call treasure! My very own... Teamwork is dreamwork!
As you wish, main Fräulein.
Let's light it up! Go in!
Nice and spicy. Burn. Oh, it's revealed. Booba, get them.
Be still. Attempt back.
Everybody stand back!
Right, Pip. It's oh, goodness gracious.
Oh, so you collect these? Ah. There is now no poison left in his system. But recovery from the damage already done will not happen overnight.
Dr. Baiju, is my father going to be...
You needn't worry too much. Keep taking the prescribed medicine every day, and a full recovery will take at most 2 to 3 years. It's good we caught it in time. A few days later, and the toxin would have built up in...
How did they successfully secure such a seldom-seen poison? Unfortunately for them, they were up against us.
Uncle Tian will be heading off now. Remember to get plenty of rest and avoid over...
Don't worry, I will. Thank you very much. Ah, you're here too? Thank you for all... Yes, the exotic...
Luckily, it looks like choosing the Tianshu's successor is suddenly not such a pressing...
Hey, Yelan!
My work is mostly wrapped up, so the assessment process comes...
You have my gratitude. People can change their loyalties easily.
Is it just Paimon, or is Uncle...
Normally, the UID...
Yes, to be quite honest, I wanted to trust him on risk. When I first met Yuri, I concluded that in the end, even he changed. I never had any plan. I had no reputation to speak of when I first became Tianshu. I relied on Ganyu's assistance for all manner.
I have to admit, the intel suggests that the Fatui saw... He chose that specific... He also installed a secret... Afterwards, we also found...
But that's still...
Yes. Had he drunk the poisonous wine...
How is...
Well, I mean, he's sitting in a jail cell. Like Yanfei says. Still, he's cooperating.
A deal?
Yes, Zhuri's not the one I'm interested in. If he was as far as this went, I'd have... But once the Fatui became...
Well,
Almost.
Uncle Tian? Yelan? What are you talking about? Paimon doesn't understand.
Jur-E colluded with the Fatui to try and secure the position of Tianshu. Or, with Yusupov in our hands, and a statement from Jur-E, we could afford to continue with a diplomatic offensive. Also, we'd be able to gain control of Theophan, Yusupov's second-in-command. Then we'd have a pawn in the ranks of the Fatui. Pawns like this can be major assets. They open up all sorts of new options. Why else did you think I... About halfway. The first part went off with... But when we tried to make...
the Fatui must be spying on us. Otherwise, they...
I found out from other sources, the Fatui's main forces... It's a pity that Theophan got...
I have to ask, Yelan. Do you have any desire to take over the position of Tianshu yourself? I remember you showed some interest a few days ago at Yanshang Tea House. In my estimation, you are more than competent.
Oh, that. I prefer my current life, although it'd still be a Alright.
Where are you off to this time?
As you might have guessed. But I'm sure if you keep going as you are, maybe I'll see you the next time danger beckons. Until then, keep your wits about you. If you have any more questions...
Midnight Phantasmagoria! Go in! Luba, get them! You're toast!
Mind the deluge.
It's been a while since I've lived.
Be still.
We'll see about that.
Cascade.
Dare to mess with me?
Let's go find some treasure. Off we go.
Behold, the princess...
Adventure time.
All yours, should you have any use for them. Everything's in place and they've taken the bait. Yes. Now to start reeling them in. I have to stifle a smile every time I remember the look on my retainers' faces when I informed them of my plans today. panic-stricken, but unable to muster the courage to say anything in opposition. Yes, this was a fine idea. Opportunities to bask in the sunlight like this are few and far between. Opportunities to bask in the sunlight like this are few and far between.
Oz, reveal! Bubba, get them!
Escape!
Everybody stand back! Nice and spicy! Wings of darkness, come! One shot to sin once again. Yeah! Royal decree! Bubba, get them! Yeah. Everybody stand back! Eat this! Oz, reveal!
Mind the danger. Be still.
Going in!
हेलो हेलो आवाज आ रही क्या शैडो भाई हेलो हेलो आवाज आ रही तो बताना तो शैडो भाई Hello, welcome, Wilson, bro. हेलो 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 आवाज आ रही क्या कोई तो बोलो हेलो हेलो
Everything's in place and they've taken the bait. Yes. Now to start real. All
शैडो भाई
yours,
आवाज आ रही
should
क्या
you have
बताओ
any
तो
use for them.
हेलो आवाज नहीं आ रही क्या हेलो 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 आवाज नहीं आ रही है हेलो हेलो अभी आ रही क्या देखना तो हेलो हेलो हेलो
I'm sure I've
हेलो
forgotten
हेलो
something.
आवाज आ रही क्या बोलना तो
Not to
ओम
worry,
भाई
I'll
अभी
simply
आवाज आ
send
रही क्या
someone
तो
to fetch it. As soon as I remember what it was.
आ रही है अच्छा अच्छा एक मिनट रुको मैं चैट पढ़ी ही नहीं यार अ, कौन सा वाला बाकी रह गया कौन सा वाला बाकी रह गया दिख रहा ही नहीं अरे कहाँ पे है? 2 और बाकी है लेकिन दिख ही नहीं चैलेंज कर तो वापस करना पड़ेगा अभी चैट पढ़ने दो इसका चैट में मिस हो गया यार विल्सन का विल्सन नोटिस है राम के बिग फैन हेलो नोटी भाई हेलो सॉरी फॉर द लेट रिप्लाई भाई मैं आवाज का ट्राई कर रहा था बात करने का लेकिन मुझे ध्यान ही नहीं कि वो कनेक्ट नहीं हुआ है करके मतलब दूसरा हेडफोन पे कनेक्ट हो गया तो एक्चुअली मैं बात कर रहा था पर वो आवाज ही नहीं जा रही थी तुमको
Everything's in
नोटी कौन
place
सा
and they've taken the
रेसिन
bait.
कंडेंस्ड कर दो
Yes.
नोट नोट क्या ही करे हम
Now
तो
to
बस
start reeling
मजदूर
them
है
in.
उसके लिए जब हेल्प चाहिए होता है तब करता है और काम कराता है क्या मजाक कर रहे शैडो भैया ये मॉड्स को छोटा देखते हैं ये सब स्ट्रीमर आप तो मजे ले लो क्या बड़े कर बात बातें कर रहे हो? किसकी बातें कर रहे हो? शैडो भाई मजा ले रहे। बड़े लोग बड़े अकाउंट बड़े लोग मजा लेते हैं ऐसी।
Coming was
तो
foretold.
मार देने के लिए कर।
Eternal as a sapphire.
Nice and spicy. Like royal.
इतना कम डैमेज दे रहा है।
Teamwork is dreamwork.
Be still. All yours, should you have any use for them.
देखा नोटी तेरा ऊपर का टेस्ट पढ़ा ही नहीं उसने। अरे मैं पढ़ा था वो आवाज नहीं आ रही थी तब को मैं सब चैट पढ़ रहा था। मुझे लगा कनेक्ट हुआ और गेम में धन था तो मुझे ध्यान ही नहीं कि वो कनेक्ट नहीं हुआ था करके।
I have to stifle a smile every time I remember the look on my retainers' faces when I informed them of my plans today. Panic-stricken, but unable to muster the courage to say anything in opposition. Yes, this was a fine idea.
GTA 6 का ट्रेलर देखा कि हाँ स्ट्रीमर लोग सब ऐसे ही होते शैडो भाई। ओ भाई भाई मजे ले लो तुम भी नोटी भाई। इतना ध्यान से पढ़ रहे फिर भी कुछ नहीं। क्या बोलना आप नोटी भाई को। अरे ये नहीं दिख रहा मुझे। आइटम अच्छा इसके पीछे जाना है। सही बोला तुमने क्या बोलते हो चले जाए उन सब करके। देखो भाई अभी तुम्हारी मर्जी अभी हम तो ट्राई कर रहे बात करने का भाई। आपको झूठ लगता है तो अभी क्या करना। शैडो भाई वैसे भी बड़े लोग हैं। शैडो भाई के वो काम ही काम रहते हैं। शैडो भाई ध्यान नहीं देते ऐसे छोटे लोगों पे हमारे जैसे।
Opportunities to bask in the sunlight like this are few and far between.
तो लंबा क्वेस्ट है। काय के अकेले में क्या मजे लेना शैडो भाई। अकेले में मजे लेने जैसा कुछ है ही नहीं, अब पे क्या मजे लेना। कुछ होना अच्छा अकेले मजे लेने को तो अकेले मजे लेगी। कितना लंबा है, खत्म ही नहीं हो रहा, मुझे लगा खत्म हो गया होगा अभी। These drums were created by it. और 15 घंटे गेंशिन खेलते हो और बोलते हो अकेले खेलने पे मजा। अरे मैं खेलता ही नहीं, वो मिनिमाइज रहता कि मैं खेलता 5-10 मिनट खेलता, उसके बाद बंद कर देता। पीसी चालू रहता है, मेरा काम चालू है तो इसलिए वो वैसे शो करता है। परफॉर्म अकॉर्डिंग टू द ड्रम स्कोर। अभी ड्रम स्कोर कहाँ पे है? फायरो चेक ड्रम स्कोर 3। कैसा है ये, मतलब क्या करने को समझ रहा नहीं। सोफी खेलते तो वॉकिंग मिल जाते तुम्हें, नहीं गिव अवे के लिए। अरे कोई ना ब्रो, वी ऑलरेडी नो द ट्रूथ। शैडो भाई तुमको पता ही नहीं एक्चुअली में। शैडो भाई तुमको बोला ही नहीं मैं अभी तक, तुमको क्या पता है। सोफी खेल, सोफी क्या है नॉट भाई। ये क्या ड्रम स्कोर, कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा एकदम। चैलेंज फेल बोलते हैं। 1 2 करना क्या है इधर, कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा। दूसरा ड्रम देखता। इतना टाइम खेलता नहीं पर शैडो भाई मैं। 15 घंटे तुम सोचो तो असली में कोई खेल सकता है क्या है ये? क्या कैसे बजाना ड्रम को। empty half and full। हाफ फुल एम्प्टी फुल। ओ नहीं समझा, ऐसे है वो, ध्यान में आ गया। जो लाइट है मतलब मारना नहीं, मीडियम वाला मतलब नॉर्मल अटैक करो, और हेवी वाला मतलब प्लंज अटैक। हाँ हाँ, वो मेरा जो मारना नहीं था ना वो वाला ध्यान में नहीं आया था मेरे को, फिर वो पढ़ने के बाद थोड़ा ध्यान में आया। अभी आ गया, शायद अभी सही हो जाए। देखो, नॉर्मल अटैक, नॉर्मल अटैक, नॉर्मल अटैक, प्लंज अटैक, ऐसा है। देखते रुको अभी। नॉर्मल अटैक, फिर पॉज, फिर नॉर्मल अटैक, फिर पॉज, फिर नॉर्मल अटैक, फिर पॉज, फिर प्लंज। ओहो, आ गया मैं को भी शायद सीख गया अभी मैं भी। अभी ये वाला चेक ड्रम्स को, इसमें क्या है? नॉर्मल अटैक, पॉज, नॉर्मल अटैक, प्लंज। नॉर्मल अटैक, पॉज, फिर पॉज। अरे नॉर्मल अटैक था फिर से। नॉर्मल अटैक, फिर पॉज, फिर पॉज यहाँ पे। अरे गलत हो रहा है, ज्यादा पॉज ले लिया लगता है। यहाँ पे नॉर्मल अटैक, फिर पॉज, फिर नॉर्मल अटैक, आखिरी में प्लंज। हाँ ये भी आ गया। अभी यहाँ पे अरे मैं देखा ही नहीं। चेक ड्रम्स को, नॉर्मल अटैक, नॉर्मल अटैक, नॉर्मल अटैक, प्लंज। ये हुआ है कि बाकी है? बाकी है। नॉर्मल अटैक, नॉर्मल अटैक, नॉर्मल अटैक, प्लंज। ये हो गया अभी आखिरी। चिंता ना करो, ये क्वेस्ट भी बहुत लंबा जाने वाला है। क्या बात कर रहे हैं, इसके बाद भी खत्म नहीं होता क्या ये क्वेस्ट? मुझे लगा कि ये लास्ट है। ये मैंने वाईटी देख के किया था क्योंकि एक एक एलिमेंट का पैटर्न अलग था। अच्छा अच्छा, इसका अभी तक के तो कुछ दिक्कत नहीं गया ज्यादा, बस मैं वो रीड नहीं किया था ना ड्रम का ठीक से, इसलिए थोड़ा टाइम पास हो गया। आगे पता नहीं अभी। चेक ड्रम स्कोर देखते। इसका नॉर्मल अटैक, पॉज, नॉर्मल अटैक, प्लंज। नॉर्मल अटैक, यहाँ पे पॉज, नॉर्मल अटैक, फिर प्लंज आखिर में। हो गया ये भी। कल मैंने स्टार्ट किया था, मतलब चालू किया, वो पिंक कलर का या दो कैरेक्टर आए मेरे पास, उसके बाद कुछ तो भी देखना था, फिर मैंने बंद कर दिया। लाइक मैंने 10 या 15 मिनट से खेला बस, ऐसे सा बोर हो गया, और इतना मजा नहीं आया मेरे को। आगे होगा थोड़ा बहुत खेलने के बाद मजा आएगा, लेकिन खेलने मन नहीं हुआ कल। फिर 10 मिनट खेला, फिर बंद कर दिया। राशि शहर को स्ट्रीमर हो गए सब ऑफ स्ट्रीम करते हो। अरे नहीं, कल रात को कितना बजे खेला मैं, लाइक 1 बजे के आसपास, और उसमें 10 मिनट खेला ना मैं। मतलब मैं देख रहा था क्या स्टार्टिंग क्या है कुछ। अभी उसको स्ट्रीम करूंगा मैं। अच्छा, लंबा स्ट्रीम करना होगा ना, इसलिए मैं फिर ज्यादा खेला नहीं करूंगा, उसके लिए भी टाइम निकालूंगा। फिर स्ट्रीम करेंगे साथ में, तुम फ्री होगे तब को करेंगे स्ट्रीम, तुमको बैठा के स्ट्रीम करेंगे साथ में। ऐसे सर का मेरे को लेकिन समझा भी नहीं कुछ क्या है तो। उसका मारने का तरीका भी बहुत ही डिफरेंट है। अभी फाउंटेन पे जाओगे, फाउंटेन अनलॉक कर लेता, फाउंटेन के आर्गन पे स्टार्ट कर दो क्या शैडो भाई, बताओ तो। सोच रहा फाउंटेन की क्वेस्ट स्टार्ट करो, बाकी के है तो पेंटिंग, लेकिन फाउंटेन का पहला आर्कन क्वेस्ट कर लेता, यानी फाउंटेन अनलॉक कर लेता, फिर बाकी की क्वेस्ट करते धीरे धीरे। हेलो पैराबॉय, वेलकम भाई, गुड आफ्टरनून पैराबॉय। सोच रहा कौन सी क्वेस्ट करूँ। फाउंटेन अनलॉक करो क्यों, बाद में कर लेता फाउंटेन। चांगलिंग मैक्स होती क्या मेरी, लेवल मैक्स नहीं सॉरी लेवल 80। अरे कैसे, हाँ चलेगा, बस 3 घंटा स्ट्रीम किया करो। हाँ भाई, अरे मेरे काम चालू हो गए ना, इसलिए टाइम नहीं मिल रहा, नहीं तो कुछ नहीं, फिर तो फ्री रहता था मैं। अभी काम इतने पीछे लग गए शैडो भाई, वही दिक्कत हो रही, टाइम थोड़ा मैनेजमेंट करना पड़ेगा। ये स्टार मार्क कर ले तो पहले, रास्ते के ऊपर। ये अभी दिख रहा था, अभी कहाँ गायब हो गया। अच्छा ये इधर में। मेरे तो पेपर्स चालू है तो मैंने गेंशिन से ब्रेक ले लिया। अच्छा, गुड लक मेरा भाई। भाई पेपर के लिए अच्छे से पढ़ाई करो, आराम से पेपर होने के बाद आराम से खेल सकते हो, वैसे कोई टेंशन नहीं। कुछ टाइम ब्रेक में बस डेली कर लेना, 10-15 मिनट में हो जाते डेली, फिर तो बाकी कुछ नहीं ऐसा।
By royal decree.
Comes trouble. Let's end this quickly.
I summon thee. Nice and spicy. Eat this. Everybody stand back.
Mind the deluge. Escape.
मोटी जल्दी मरते हैं।
Into the fire. Odds revealed by
Be still. Oh, time to get. All yours, should you have any use for them.
प्यारा बॉय, मेरा आशीर्वाद तुम्हारे साथ है। कुछ सब कुछ सफल होगा। अकाउंट फ्रेंड को दे दिया डिलीट करने। हाँ भाई, ये भी ठीक है। ये अच्छी बात कर दी तुमने भाई, मतलब डेली भी मिस नहीं होगा, पढ़ाई भी होगी। रास्ते के ऊपर एक काम कर लेता, फाउंटेन स्टार्ट कर लेता। फाउंटेन का एक मैप अनलॉक कर लेता, फिर बाकी के यही करते धीरे वर्ल्ड क्वेस्ट। अच्छा, मैं टेलीपोर्ट पॉइंट से आया ना, पहले हील कर लेना पड़ेगा। पैरा बॉय बिग फैन। पैरा बॉय शायद ऐड है मेरे को ध्यान नहीं है। मिस हो गया। अब भी स्टार्ट करते अपन फाउंटेन की जर्नी।
the first time we came here. Oh, Paimon remembers! Nahita's consciousness had been trapped by the doctor. But we followed the clues she left behind to help. So much time has already passed since then. And it seems Sumeru's changing for the better now. Paimon just hopes this peace will last a long time. And then Nahita won't have any more new problems to deal with. Yeah, guess you're right. We somehow always find ourselves right in the trouble happen next. Come to think of it, maybe it's all because of you. Maybe you're just a magnet for trouble.
I was just thinking.
Before Paimon ran into you, Paimon never ran into any trouble. At most, when she was super tired, Paimon got cut. Anyway, for Nahida's sake, maybe we should think about heading to our next destination for now.
हाँ, अभी ये फाउंटेन का एक क्वेस्ट कर लेता, मतलब फाउंटेन अनलॉक कर लेता।
Look who
उसके
it
बाद
is.
फिर
Running into you in a
बाद में
place like
करेंगे
this.
शाम में
I can see you two still love
फाउंटेन का,
wandering
क्योंकि
around.
इवेंट नहीं किया मैंने अब तक के, तो इवेंट के लिए मैप अनलॉक कर लेता।
Just wandering around. But never mind that. What brings you here?
I just finished a commission in the desert for a usual client of mine. Nothing too interesting. Just escorting a That's when I saw you two all the way over there, chatting away. What were you two talking? Huh? You can't say I saw that coming. But you are travelers after all. Bumping into you like this will become a rarity. I'm starting to feel sad just thinking of... Hey, how about I gather a few mercs to escort you two?
Thanks, but no need. Oh. We'll come back to...
Sounds good. All you need to do to get to Fontaine is cross this stretch of desert and
Fontaine is
navigate
cross
some
the stage
waterways.
of desert and
Knowing
navigate
you
some
two, I'm
waterways.
sure it won't be
Knowing
anything you
you
can't
two, I'm
handle.
sure it won't be anything.
So, when are you leaving?
Oh, wait a sec. Paimon just remembered there are still a few dishes in Sumeru that Paimon...
I see. Guess you won't be needing a going away party or anything. It's sad enough to... Though, now that I think about it, Sumeru wouldn't be what it is today without you.
By the way, should we go say bye to Nahida? Oh, good point. Then there's no need to...
Then, I guess this is goodbye for now, Traveler and Paimon. Whether as a client...
Goodbye. चलो मैं चला एग्जाम की तैयारी करने। ओके भाई, मिलते हैं बाद में। गुड लक नॉट भाई, आपको भी अच्छे से पढ़ाई करो। ओ भाई, डायरेक्ट यहाँ पे टेलीपोर्ट हो गया मैं तो। एक फोटो ले लेता, पहली बार फाउंटेन का, फर्स्ट टाइम की मेमोरी।
Everything's in place and they've taken the bait.
इतना दूर कैसे जाना है? उड़ के जाना है क्या?
Now to start reeling them in.
उड़ के इतना दूर पहुंच जाऊंगा मैं, मुझे तो डाउट है। अच्छा, यहाँ में है बोट। मुझे बोले इतने दूर कैसे उड़ के जाना। Now it's just me and the streamer. अपन दोनों ही मजा लेंगे शैडो भाई फाउंटेन का। तुमने तो लिया है, लेकिन फिर से एंजॉय करो पुराने मोमेंट। ठोक दूं केस पे सीधा। हाँ भाई, अपनी एंट्री खतरनाक। अरे स्टोरी चालू हो गई सीधा। After crossing all that sand and water, we finally made it. This must be Fountain Sport. तो फाउंटेन का थीम बहुत सही लगता है, ऐसा रिच लगता है फाउंटेन का। हाँ, ये देखो, ये भी बोला एडवांस लगता है। Paimon heard that the industry very extremely development there. So I heard, and it's about what I imagine.
Seeing the sights as a tourist is nice, but maybe it would be better. What do you think?
शाम में बॉस करते फिर मेरा रेजिन जमा होने के बाद अभी तक के रेजिन नहीं जमा हुआ है मेरा बॉस करेंगे अपन शाम में मेरे 2 बॉसेस बाकी है ना
Probably still our best source for information. Yeah, the more we can. So, what do you think the To learn about a nation's god, start with the nation's
start with
people.
the nation people there seems to be some local talking over there let's go see if we can join the party
If you ask me, it's a tragedy how things ended for him. Clearly, he was a pretty
shadow भाई
decent
थोड़ा
person.
मैं आवाज सुनता
Yeah, I didn't expect
5-10
that kind
मिनट
of
अभी
ending
स्टार्टिंग
for
में
him.
तो फाउंटेन की
I thought he would at least fight on a little longer
थोड़ा
for his
माइक बंद
family.
रहेगा मैं टेक्स्ट करता
I was
बस शाम
expecting
को
a sudden
कितने
plot
बजे
twist, but it's
शाम
a
को
pity
देखते
that
हैं
it
ना
never
6 के बाद
happened.
शायद
Still, his story is quite the
6 के
tearjerker.
बाद स्टार्ट करेंगे
Excuse me, can I help you too? I couldn't help but notice you standing here listening.
Hi. We're travelers new to Fontaine, and we had something we want to play, so we didn't want to interrupt.
Play? Oh, no. We're talking about something that really happened. In fact, it's a case that was just heard a few days ago.
Really? Like a real trial? But the way you were talking about it and the words you used just now made it sound like some kind of story.
Well, good tales are often based on true stories, aren't they? In what you see in reality may also be someone deliberately putting on an act while harboring ulterior motives. Whether something is true or not simply isn't that important. The main thing is whether the story being acted out on the stage is splendid enough. Oh, but it looks like you're not from around here. You probably don't know that the Fontaine Court of Justice is called the Opera Epiclese, or more commonly known as just the Opera House.
But, shouldn't court cases be treated a little more seriously than that? Not to question Fontaine's way of doing things. It's just that putting someone on trial is usually...
No worries. Other visitors to Fontaine have wondered the same thing. You could say that we just don't want to waste the moving stories behind those. And as for your worries about whether the cases are treated with due reverence, we have the absolutely just and honorable Chief Justice Neuvillette, as well as the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal, a machine created by the Archon. Between the machine and the Chief Justice, false charges and injustice are a thing of the past now.
Oratrice? Is it some kind of machine, too? Oh, Paimon's wait. Paimon almost forgot to ask you our question. Do you know what we should do if we want to meet the Hydro?
Oh, that's easy. Just go to the Opera House. Lady Farina practically lives there. You could definitely say it's her biggest passion.
I think what they mean is that they wish to speak with the Archon personally. In that case, I'm afraid it's going to be a tad more difficult. You'll have to make an appointment well in advance, and it'll depend on whether or not she has any time slots available.
Huh. Is the Hydro Archon super busy taking care of official stuff? Wait, didn't you say that she's always at the Opera House?
No. Lady Farina seldom takes an interest with the nation's affairs. The reason it's difficult to make an appointment is simply because she's incredibly popular.
That's right. After all, she is the Archon. Though she may tend to get a little dramatic from time to time, people can't get enough of her.
Huh. First time Paimon's ever heard of an Archon being described that way before. Wait! Paimon gets now! The Hydro Archon is kinda like a big celebrity here, right?
Yeah, I suppose you could say that. Perhaps you could even say our mascot.
Hang on. This is still Fontaine's Archon you're talking about. You should show some more respect.
Yes, you're right. I guess I should at least try to be a little more respectful in front of visitors. Otherwise, I might get arrested and find myself face to face with Monsieur Neuvillette.
Come on. Sure, there's a lot of laws here, but nobody's going to be arrested for saying something disrespectful about the Hydro Archon.
Alright, I think we get it. Thank you! At least we now know that we can find the Hydro, but who knows how long making an appointment will take? Hey! What are you looking over there for? Huh. Maybe deep into the water, is she? Maybe we better go check on her. Hello there.
Huh? Ah, I'm fine.
Oh, okay then. We just noticed that you...
About many things, actually. But there's nothing I can do but just keep my troubles to myself. I was just reminiscing about a place my brother and I would play when we were kids. It was just atop that hill over there. See?
You're pointing at the sea. Wait, are you saying that you and your brother lived in the water?
No people call the waters around Fontaine a sea. It's actually just an inland lake that's filled with fresh water. And though I can still see that hill clearly in my memories, now it's been completely submerged. He would skip and jump, tossing sand in the wind. The sun shone brightly, and the air was filled with the scent of the sea. But now, the water is gradually swallowing our memories. It won't be long before it swallows us.
Sir!
Ah, I don't believe we've had the pleasure of meeting. Are you Lynette's new friends?
Oh, and you are?
Thanks for looking after my sister. She often comes here to reminisce about our childhood, that's all. There's no need for any concern. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Linny, and this is my sister Lynette. If I had to guess, I'd say you must be travelers from abroad.
Nice to meet you! Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. We just arrived in Fontaine. We were just talking with your sister. Even though we didn't really get what she was saying.
I see. It's unusual for Lynette to be so willing to talk with anyone. In fact, she seldom speaks at all. I'm usually the only one she ever talks to.
Oh, really? Then you two are just like us! Paimon's always the one talking for some reason. So that's how you think it is?
I also think my brother can be too talkative at times.
Seems you were right, Paimon. We are quite similar.
So, what did Lynette mean just now when she said that the water is engulfing your memories? And that it won't be long before it engulfs you too?
Oh, that. It's from a prophecy that's been circulating in Fontaine for some time now. Well, I suppose prophecy isn't exactly the right word, because that implies a certain amount of uncertainty. There's no doubt about what's happening in Fontaine now. Where to begin? Let's put that question on hold for a moment. We still haven't formally greeted each other yet, have we?
Did all the introductions earlier not count?
Hello, traveler. And hello, Paimon.
Hey! Why didn't Paimon get a handshake? You're not poking fun at Paimon, are you?
Please, don't take offense. Just consider it a sort of etiquette we have here in Fontaine when making new friends. You should remember it. It might prove useful.
Oh, alright then. Well, Paimon's just happy to have a local friend now. By the way, we were just getting ready to go to the Opera House to meet the Hydro Archon. Would you be able to show us the way?
So you're going to see Lady Farina? No problem at all. In fact, I was planning to go to the Opera House later myself. I'll gladly take you once I finish things here. Please, follow me.
Kamisato Suyu!
You said you were going to see Lady Farina? Well, it seems Lady Farina has come to see you.
So, she's the Hydro Archon? But how did she know we were looking for her?
My dear people, rich and poor, those with cup in hand and those with nothing at all, raise your glasses in celebration! If you don't have one, then just raise your hand in lieu. As you can all see, 2 unfamiliar travelers have arrived in our nation. Come, let us make a toast in honor of this traveler and her companion who have journeyed here from distant lands.
Is she talking about us?
I've long heard of the turmoil and chaos you've left in your wake as you visited other nations. But I welcome you nevertheless. No, I have come to receive you personally. Fear is for insignificant cowards. I am a god, and I will never entertain the notion of such meaningless wariness. You can be rest assured. I see clearly your sincerity. Of course, seeking an audience with me is the most sensible thing to do. It will allow you to truly behold my power and witness my authority. Intelligent people always gather under the correct banner. I, Focalor, hereby welcome you to the nation of Hydro and acknowledge the value and significance of your trip. Now...
Yeah, Paimon still can't believe it. Feels like we've only been here for a few minutes. But the Hydro Archon's entrance was, how should Paimon describe it? A little over the top? Miss Hydro Archon? How did you know we were coming?
I see. As Outlanders, you inevitably lack even some of the most basic understanding. Don't forget that even the gods can be divided into the mediocre and the excellent. I suppose it's only natural for you to be awestruck by my abilities. You had best stop and consider. Do you really have the noble qualities and etiquette necessary to communicate with a god? All it takes is a flick of my finger for me to know everything about you.
Whoa, talk about sounding high and mighty.
Oh? What's with these looks? Perhaps the welcoming ceremony still isn't enough? What else?
Is she waiting for us to start talking?
Wow, I didn't expect to see Lady Farina here. What a surprise! Wait, does this mean they're the legendary blonde traveler? How did I not notice before?
Hey, what's all the commotion? Oh, is that Lady Farina? Is there some kind of drama going on?
Of course. That's the blonde traveler. The one all those stories are about. Lady Farina came here to personally see her. Oh, I bet this is gonna be the duel of the century.
Ooh, I've got to see this. I knew Lady Farina would never disappoint.
Yes, but don't get too excited now. My dear believers and spectators alike tend to get quite rowdy, and despite the noise, I've come to tolerate all their ruckus. You may consider this my reward to all of you. I have determined that there will be an epic duel between myself and this traveler from another land.
Now she wants to fight? Aren't we getting a little ahead of ourselves?
Are you not afraid? Might I remind you that this is a duel against the divine?
What are you trying to do, traveler? Provoking a god in front of her people?
Stand down, Clorend. I admire her bravery. Few have the courage to draw their sword against a god. She is obviously a true warrior. Unfortunately, people nowadays only crave to be thrilled, and a mere duel will not slake their thirst for excitement.
Oh, yeah, she's right. Just a duel wouldn't be all that interesting.
On Araneus, criminals are always requesting duels to defend their honor. I'm getting a bit old, to tell the truth.
You see. Then, as the god of justice...
All right! Now that'll be worth seeing!
Right. This is Fontaine, after all. It's such a grand opera house, it would be a pity not to use...
Why do you care so much about the crowd's reactions? Seems you've spent a little too much time in the opera house. Besides, how exactly do you plan to have a duel in court? You mean you're going to put us on trial?
Oh, we have reason to put you on trial. It's obvious, isn't it? According to Fontaine law, no one is permitted to release any flying objects within Fontaine city limits during the first 3 days of each month. You are clearly guilty of violating this law, no?
Oh, so that's what they've done wrong. That's all.
You call that obvious? What kind of law is that? Wait, flying object?
Precisely! Now, if you two have no objections, then in the name of...
My apologies, Lady Farina. I don't mean to spoil the fun. But if you would allow me to I don't think that Paimon here meets the definition of a flying object.
You tell her, Linny! Finally someone who's not crazy. How could anyone call Paimon a flying object?
Ah, great magician Linny, my beloved citizen. I'll permit you to object. But how exactly do you plan to prove your claim?
As a magician who just rained on your parade, I naturally should shoulder the responsibility of... So, with such an audience gathered here, allow me...
Ta-da!
What's that on Paimon's back? Hey, when did Linny do that?
There. As you can all clearly see, Paimon should be classified as, well, something like a balloon. This rope has been in the traveler's hand all along. It was just that no one could see it before.
Huh? You call that magic?
I thought it was pretty good.
Huh. I'm not sure what to think.
Amusing. Very amusing, Minnie. just the sort of unexpected
Performance?
In which case, consider the matter of your trial resolved. The god of justice, but when there are valid grounds, I will not only judge travelers from abroad, but even the gods of other lands. I look forward to seeing your upcoming performance at the Opera House, Mr. Linney and Miss Lynette. That's enough for now. Toodaloo!
Just like that! She's gone! Well, that's the most unpredictable Archon Paimon's ever seen. You never even had a chance to ask her anything. But that's a problem for future Paimon. That whole thing...
Don't mention it. I just happened to remember that there was such a law, so I did a little preparation, just in case. I didn't think it... So, now do you see what kind of
She can be a bit confusing at times, but she is still amenable to reason.
Anyway, Paimon had no idea you were a magician, Linny. It sounded like you'll be performing...
I just know it will actually be my first time performing on the most prestigious stage in Fontaine.
But isn't the Opera House where criminals...
When there are no public trials being held, the Opera House hosts a variety of other performances. And speaking of performances, I would be remiss to forego this opportunity gifted by fate. Might I invite the two of you to see my performance?
My brother's always excited to make new friends.
Oh, sure. We don't really have anything to do now, and we wanted to go to the Opera House anyway.
Splendid. In that case, why don't we go together? Oh, you really mean it? Then this is a magical item known as a magic pocket. Perhaps you can help me distribute them to the people here.
Huh? What are they going to use it for?
About that... You asked me before about the prophecy, right? Let me start by telling you a little more about what it entails. I'm not sure exactly when it began, but a prophecy has been circulating around Fontaine. It says that every person in Fontaine is born with sin. No matter how the nation of justice holds trial after trial, this sin cannot be absolved until one day, the water levels in Fontaine will rise, and the sinful people will slowly be drowned. In the end, the people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only the Hydro Archon will remain, weeping on her throne. Only then will the sins of the people of Fontaine...
That sounds pretty gloomy. Why are people in Fontaine born with sin?
There are lots of guesses. Some say that the ancestors of Fontaine stole the power of the seas and stirred its wrath. Others say that the people of Fontaine never heeded the first Hydro Archon's warnings and offended Celestia. But here in Fontaine, evidence is what matters. There hasn't been concrete evidence for any of these claims, so they can only be regarded as conjecture.
If even the people in Fontaine don't know what sin they committed...
That's exactly what the people did at first. But in the last few years, the water levels in Fontaine have actually... Many people carry on with their lives as before and shrug it off as a natural phenomenon. But my family and I think that the people of Fontaine... We hope that at least the people who reside near the waterfront can move away before it's too late. As a magical item, these magic pockets have astonishing capacity. I'm sure...
Oh! Paimon gets it! It's like preparing for a rainy day!
Perhaps only absolute power could ever contend with such a catastrophe. But who knows? Now, if you'd like to help, then please give these magic pockets to anyone nearby.